And I'm now back with everyone. Um, back with everyone. Uh, Essentially what just happened there is I opted to restart the stream. Oh yeah. Let's see. Now we are out of fuel in the centers. Yeah, we're almost out of fuel, and we're not that we're cruising quite far now. I mean, we're about a quarter way at the Atlantic, so. Anyway, the latency should now be fixed. So, hopefully it's down to about a 1 to 2 second latency, or maybe 2 to 3 seconds of latency instead of the usual 3 to 4, or instead of the usual like nearly 20 or 30 actually, which is what I think David had. So that's pretty damn horrendous, to be honest. Right. Oh, we got someone at Castlevic. Finnair. Just a lot of Finnairs. Alright, we have a zip climb in an hour and a half. No, in an hour. Up to flight level 380, and then I have a hard time imagining that we're not going to have a third step climb beyond that, actually. You have a hard time imagining that we're not going to have another step climb beyond that. By the way, I departed Heathrow with... I told Simbrief to give me 10 tons of extra fuel. And the reason why I told Simbrief to give me an extra 10 tons of fuel is because I don't know what there's going to be like. Hang on, this guy wants to play. Get over. Where's Joy? Alright, I think it's time for some tea. Get cut on. I should have left somewhere. It's a Sunday. Sundays are entering. Sundays aren't entering with that mug will do. Oh, actually, it's Mondays, but okay. But shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone I said it was Sundays. So Sundays are usually my off days usually. Though last Sunday was a bit of an odd one. So I had my class 1 FAA neuropsychological evaluation. So I'm gonna reach out to my aeromedical examiner, and I need to ask him for some guidance on this. On a bit of an issue I've had. See if he can help me out. So he did say that he thought I would get the medical. He did say that, so I hope I do. So I don't have. So I'm not actively studying to become a pilot. I'm trying to get my medical out of the way first, and then I can be. So then I can become a pilot. So and the flight school in Middle River, Maryland, they were not of any help. Reached out to them, and they were absolute shit. They said, I'm sorry, we do not rent our instructors or aircraft. We wish you success. It's like, that's not what I fucking asked, you bigots. So bloody infuriating with that response. It's like, what I asked was for any form of guidance here. What I asked was, that's not what I fucking asked for. It's like, I asked for guidance. I didn't ask for an instructor. I didn't ask to rent an instructor. And I asked for guidance on this. Like, here's the situation. What should I do? Right. I didn't ask for a license. I didn't ask for a, I didn't ask to rent an aircraft. Didn't ask to rent an instructor. Not to mention, that's not even the right terminology. We don't... Renting an instructor. It's like, what the fuck? So, it's like, what the fuck? Anyway. Where's my phone at? Good morning to whoever's tuning in. It is currently 1:40 in the morning, my time. It is currently 5:40 Heathrow / Zulu time, and that's going to change in about 2 weeks. In about 2 weeks, that's going to change for the worse. So what's going to happen is Zulu time is going to remain the same. That'll remain the same. UK time is going to go back an hour. So it's going to go forward an hour. That's right. So UK time is still going to be 5 hours ahead of me. So right now it's 1:41 a.m. right now. Right. In the UK, in 2 weeks it'll be 6:41 a.m. Right. But right now in the UK it's 5:40. What? Right now it's actually 5:42 now. Right now it's 5, so it's only 4 hours. So Zulu, it's going to be... So, Universal Standard Time, that's going to be 4 hours ahead of me. Heathrow... Right. But then, local time is going to be an hour off. 5 hours ahead. It's going to get really, really annoying. So I can't just look at the clock and be like, oh, that's the current London time. It's like, no, that's not the current London time. London time's something else. Something completely different now. It's so annoying. I have to actually run the calculation. Of what time is it? Do not have to do that. Because, in the most respectful but evil way possible, fuck daylight savings time. You can all say that together. Fuck daylight savings time. Fuck daylight savings time. So bloody annoying. So bloody stupid. Fuck daylight savings time. You can send daylight savings time to the brink of hell. The only reason that daylight saving times actually makes sense are for those select few who actually benefit with the daylight, with the extra hour of daylight in the morning. And then don't even get me started on that, because technically we're now in daylight savings time. Did you know that? Technically we're now in daylight savings time, even though it's the middle of fucking summer. It's the beginning of fucking spring. We should not be in daylight savings time because we have daylight to spare. But that's the way it works somehow. I don't understand the math behind it. I'm sorry. I don't understand the math behind it. Alright, did we get off profile a little? Their app's kind of struggling right now. Actually, right now it is recommending 380. Go ahead and perform the step climb now, actually. 380. Traffic Speedbird 22 Bravo, heavy step climb now, flight level 380 from 360. Traffic. Yeah, I'll take that step climb now. And then, yeah, I'm right. We do have another step climb at 9:57 Zulu. It's an hour before we arrive, actually. It's stupid. It's a useless step climb, but we do actually have yet another step climb. That's fine, though. That's fine. All right, let's. Now it's after we disabled monitors and curbsides. And we were still saying like that. for a certain bus driver at. Oh, there's a fair amount of HC online right now in the US. I mean, Houston's still going strong. LA is going quite strong right now, but that's to be expected. Seattle's going online, or Seattle's been online for a bit. Minneapolis online, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. A3 5900 going to nice. Bottom bottom Alright. Let me think here. What do I want to do? 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 So we're getting the T now. Why are we off? Okay, we are very much off profile. Why are we off? It's because turbulence is sort of like really fucking with us that much. Is that what's going on? Is turbulence like really fucking with us that much? I think it is. I think that turbulence really is fucking with us that much right now. Because look at this. My weather's on. I can tell it's on as well. Wrong one. I can tell that my weather's on as well. Motherfucker! Yeah, no. This turbulence is really messing with us. We may or may not need a modified route, to be honest. Let it be for right now, but man, damn, this thing is. I don't think I've ever really seen the 777 struggle through turbulence. I mean, we're struggling right now. And we are completely, like, off profile, if you know what I mean. It's like, we are completely off. A bottom, 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 dun, 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 dun. And today's like really not the 777's day. First we have to proceed with an aborted takeoff, and then due to probably a brake malfunction, and then now we're having a really, really hard time remaining on profile. And we did a step climb as well. Question is, do I want to step down to a different net track, or do I want to? I don't know. I mean, maybe I should consider sidestepping to a different nat track, but at the same time, I don't know. Don't really want to. You're only halfway across the Atlantic, so you don't really want to sidestep to a different nat track. But that said, I mean, the 777 struggling here. Do I need to manually take over and fly? Okay, what if I were to decrease our speed right now? 0.84. I know I filed for something else. Let me decrease my speed for right now to 0.84. Yeah. See if it can handle that a bit more, because that yellow or that purple arrow should be directly in the center at all times, no matter what the situation is. But if I tell it, I can do its own power for right now. Let's see. Alright, I'm tempted to fly it by hand for a little bit, because this thing needs some help. Alright, you know, try this out. If this doesn't work out, then I will do it. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. But let's take a look here. Flying by hand. Dun, 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 dun. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. In case you have not seen, we are currently going through some moderate turbulence, some moderate to extreme turbulence. I kindly ask everyone to please take their seats. I'll possibly fly our way through this turbulence here. Thank you. No, I think it was doing a better job. I think it was actually just straight up doing a better job with managing the turbulence. Yeah, I'm not gonna speculate there, but we're getting through. We're sitting through some pretty intense turbulence. Did that explain the triple shit there? Bottom, bottom, bum, 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 bum. Alright. Damn, now we're still struggling here. There we go. Let's recenter ourselves again. Let's see how I was going to handle it. But now we are struggling here. Struggling on altitude or struggling to maintain a path. And this here is some pretty significant turbulence. To be honest, this might cause. I don't know. What's Nook looking like? Or yeah, what's the meter at Nook looking like? Does anyone know the IKO? Is it BKIF? And that's Keflavik. Does anyone know the IKO for Nook? Bravo Golf Hotel. Not bad, actually. Not bad while we are struggling. Not bad, actually. 320 degrees, 7. How long is the airport? Or how long is the runway? Hang on, I'm considering a potential diversion. No, I'm considering a potential diversion. Let's see here. How far out does this look? Can we actually take a look at at a weather map, please? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. You chill. You chill. That would kind of make sense. Why that'd be so bad then? It's because we're flying directly through the vortex. Or kind of. Get up here. No. Get up here. Oh. I know you want hugs. You want attention. Yes. Any help you? Can you sort some hugs? Anyway, thank you, bit. Looking here. Yeah, that would kind of make sense. Why? That kind of makes sense. Yeah, that would kind of make sense right there. On the best way to handle that, but right now we're not level. Our wings are not level. Okay, I mean, if we were to take a significant look, this is what we look like right now. This is what we look like. Battling these winds. I'm gonna end up with like 3 fucking passengers on there. These winds are okay. I don't. Simbrief, you suck at flight plans. You fucking suck at flight plans, Simbrief. You fucking suck. I mean, we could do. The winds are far from ideal for crossing the Atlantic. Here's what the winds are looking like. So it's like, no wonder why we're fucked today. Wonder why it feels like we're getting blown around like crazy. It's because we are. It's because we are. Like, what's our other option? I wonder why it feels like we're getting blown around like crazy. It's because we are. And it's because it's like nearly impossible right now to maintain flight path. Alright, what's the weather looking like? Weather-wise, it actually doesn't look that bad. I mean, we're gonna get potentially some snow over here. Doesn't actually look that bad. What about condition radar? Okay, yeah, we got a little bit of precipitation off the side here, but once again, not bad, mate. But we are getting blown around like fucking crazy today, and now I understand. Now I actually do legitimately understand why. Good news though get a direct waypoint directly into the wind. Let's see if that'll help. That'll change everything directly to a headwind then. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. Apologies. However, this turbulence is going to continue for a little bit longer than I expected. If any passenger... At this time, I kindly ask any members of the flight crew to please... I kindly ask any capable crew... At this time, I kindly ask any capable cabin crew to please go around and provide everyone with extra sick bags, because I hate this person, but this turbulence, this is a pretty extreme turbulence here. You know, do I need to get a vector? Do I need to get a vector here? I'm really tempted to get a vector here. And go radar vectors halfway across the ocean. But I mean, just look at... I feel like I need a vector. I feel like I need a vector to get through this mess. You know, I'm going to go straight south. I'm going to go straight south, heading 200 degrees. I'm going to turn right now straight to the south. Turn now the heading of 210 degrees. Just to get out of this weather. In the meantime, I'm going to look for a different route, because it'll take me a minute to yeah, but no, it's like this weather's just insane. But no, it's like right now, Keflavik's not Nook's not looking like a bad option. Yeah, that's right. I'm relying on fucking radar vectors right now, halfway across the ocean. Traffic speed or 22 Bravo right now is turning with the heading of 210 degrees for weather reasons. Flying through some pretty extreme turbulence. Flight 380. Current heading 310 degrees. We will keep everyone informed. Oceanic traffic. Yeah, let's get out of this weather for a moment, and then we can begin to discuss alternative routes. Let's get out of this weather for a moment. And if the oceanic controller hops online, I will inform them that we are sitting through some pretty extreme turbulence right now. Crossing the ocean. Let me think. Let me ask. Let me take a look at some brief. Baltimore. Let's take a look here. This appears to have helped us out a little. We know we were getting blown around like crazy, and we cannot do that to the passengers. That's the route that it gave us. We're coming down from the south. That would add significant time onto our journey. That would add significant time onto our journey. What would that look like in terms of the wind? That would get us below most of the wind. You know what? I'm going to do it. And I'm going to refile the flight plan. I'm going to do it. Because I'd much rather spend the fuel. Spend the tiny, I think it's 5 tons, most likely. I'd much rather spend the 5 tons of extra fuel to go direct to 45 north, 30 west, or equivalent, maybe 44 north, 40 west, than to continue like this. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna set up the second flight plan. So we're gonna set up the second route. We're gonna activate it. So. But anyway, this here will get us out of most of the weather. Regenerating. And the good thing is we can keep our performance data and everything. The good thing is that we can keep all of our performance data. It's just a different route altogether. So, alright. Here's the way we're going to do this. Route 2. Request. Oh, no, I have to re-request it from this here. Yeah, perfect. Return. Be really careful not to set the fuel. Route 2. Go ahead and get it. It'll take a minute. Load that route. Load the new route. Yeah. Give it a second. That's why we take a look at winds on our way out, by the way. I'm gonna do a disconnect, reconnect, I think. The new route. Activate. We got route 2 legs, yes. And what we'd do is we'll go direct 44 40 most likely. Yeah, that's what we do. Activate, execute. Switch back. Oh no, nav. Let's get out this turbulence, shall we? And ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. You may notice that we are about to turn. That is fully intentional. I have talked to our company. I have talked to BA, and they have agreed to provide us with a completely fresh route that we will continue to fly for the rest of the night. I do want to significantly apologize for this delay, or for this for all this turbulence. I know it's been incredibly uncomfortable. It's been uncomfortable for me to fly, for us flying. To be honest, we were not expecting it to be this horrendous. Anyway, we have been given a fresh route which we are currently churning direct. We're currently in the process of switching over to. Now, this does mean we do have a bit of a delay on arrival. It does mean that our arrival is going to be about an extra half an hour later than expected. However, with that said, it should be much more comfortable and should allow us to be able to serve everyone on board so much better. On behalf of BA, I would like to significantly apologize for all this turbulence, and I hope that this flight turns to be much better for everyone on board. Once again, thank you. Going to quickly refile this, which means disconnect, reconnect, connect back up. There we go. Boom. Oceanic traffic, Speedbird 22 Bravo. We have refiled an amendment to our flight plan. We are currently direct to 44 West, 40 North. Oceanic traffic. Nope. Let's go direct to a different waypoint. Let's go direct to 4415 instead. Alright, what's the aircraft doing? Just to go to that waypoint, please. Actually, over 1,000 miles away, of course. Of course it is. Of course it's over 1,000 nautical miles away. I don't like this. It does give us a better. Let me go and need the wind real quickly. Wait, is that the crab angle we're flying with? Is that the crab angle that we're flying with? Motherfucker. I think that's the crab angle that we're flying with right now. Yeah, the 777's really been struggling today, actually. Right, I'm letting it do its thing for a moment. In the meantime, FMC Cummings go to get the wind. Let's go and get the fresh, updated wind data. Yeah. Damn. You know, to be honest, this is almost like declare the emergency in newscat point, actually. This is almost actually at the point where maybe I need to declare the emergency in newsky. Just to say it. I'm almost at that point because this turbulence has been horrendous. What's it doing? Is that what it has to do? You know what? I'm ready to call the flight here, guys, because this is not doing this thing very well. What the fuck is... You know what? Yeah. I'm going to actually declare this emergency now. I think the 777 is the audience for the first time today. I'm gonna be 100% honest. That's just been going in circles. I think the 777 is the audience for the very first time today, to be honest. I think that this thing is sailed me for the very, very first time today. Because no, according to Vatson Radar, so we're going in circles. We're going in circles and we're burning up fuel. And this thing doesn't appear to know its heading. I'm going... Ah, that sucks. Means you're going to have to redo this flight at some point before the next Baltimore Heathrow. But... Let's disconnect from Vansum. You know, I'm gonna try to... Let's try to figure this out. Just gonna disconnect from Vansum for a moment. What does... I'm not declaring the emergency just yet. Going direct Janjo. Is this thing gonna behave now? Because we did a whole loop across the Atlantic, or we did a whole loop. I feel like it's still struggling ever so slightly. Question is, are we back on profile yet? Once again. This doesn't do it. If this doesn't fix it, then I have no choice actually, but to declare the emergency, which is rare. I've never had an issue like this with any aircraft. Don't know if we're just flying in the wrong place at the wrong time, or what's happening. But I've never had an issue like this in the 777. But I'm really but between the aborted takeoff and now these issues. No, I think we're in another loop. I'm thinking that we're not going to make it to Baltimore tonight. Because what I'm thinking, I'm going to legitimately let it continue, but what I'm seeing here, I'm going to give it another few moments. By the way, we're disconnected from Batson. Are we in any way, shape, or form moving in the direction of Janjo? Not really. You ever thought that 2 and 0 degrees would have been enough? Wait, we have disconnected. Are we getting back on course now? I know that Janjo's quite a ways out. Okay, now I just saw that. And yeah, I just saw that. Saw it kind of do a bit of a re-step there. Damn, I've never had an issue like this in the 777. Never. I am a single button press away from declaring the emergency if it cannot remain on course. Which kind of seems like that would be a pretty big issue. But Janjo's not even in that direction either. You know, let it try to fix itself out. And then let it try to figure itself out, because I've never had an issue like this. And I don't want today to be the first day I've had an issue. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to not say it doesn't have an issue. I'm not gonna lie about that. I've never had an issue with the 777 like this. That said, that today might be an exception. Alright, when we fly across that path, is it going to steady itself out, or is it going to be stupid again? In the meantime, what are these other aircraft doing? Is it just me? Yeah, no, it's just a triple. It is literally just a triple. That's having this. Started exactly at the previous waypoint. Or exactly at 58 north, 20 west. Alright, take a look. Is it fixed now? Because I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. Is it gonna correct itself right now? Because it needs to, or else this thing is. So it is churning now. Things that I still have the old route to activate. Are we good now? That's a 20 minute. That's 20 minutes on all that. I don't know. Here comes the turbulence again. But it literally did a whole loop earlier. So. I'm going to assume that it might be doing fine now. But truth be told, I think that this might. I'm going to let it continue for an extra few minutes. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let it continue for another 5 or so minutes. And if it remains steady, I'm going to reconnect the bets and consider the issue fixed. If not, then I'm going to have to declare the emergency and end the flight. Because yeah. Well, even then I still feel like does New Sky bash that? Wait, look at New Sky real quickly. Does New Sky rating system? Um. You know what? I'm going. Here's what we're gonna. Here's what we are going to do. We are going to declare the emergency because I'm. Well, I'm not seeing anything about bank angle. I am pretty certain that we will not have any passengers left by the time we were to get to Baltimore. We are going to have to try this out again another day. I'm gonna try to do it Monday night. To be honest, can't do it tomorrow night. But we're gonna try to do it another night. But I'm going to go ahead and call it on this flight because that turbulence, I'm pretty certain that we don't have any passengers still alive after that. I'm pretty certain that, yeah. The aircraft was able to correct itself, but still, and we're still going through some turbulent weather. So, either way, I am going to I'm going to yeah. Emergency has been declared. It's a shame, but you know what? I'd much rather play it safe on this one. And declare the emergency, then yeah, I'd much rather do that than not, to be honest. So yeah, I'd much rather do that than and close out the flight entirely. I mean, I know that's 4 hours wasted. It sucks at times, but I'd much rather have 4 hours wasted than the virtual airline get penalized significantly because the aircraft didn't want to do its job correctly. Yeah, I'd much rather do that than not. Had some really weird behavior. Either way, I've declared the emergency. Either way, we're done now. What a shame. I'm actually like genuinely crying because damn, I was looking forward to finishing that flight, but life is life. My tea is most likely cold now, but it's like, what else do you want me to do? I don't know if banking goal does anything to it, but I don't know for certain. Um, And this is not a factor of me not flying the 777 well. This is a factor of severe turbulence in combination with stuff not working very well. So, I should have gone back to the gate after that aborted takeoff, to be honest. And everything looked fine, but that would have told me there's something wrong with the sim. Maybe you don't want to take this all the way across the Atlantic, right? Yeah, no, the aborted takeoff would have told me that I needed to taxi back to the gate here at Heathrow. And the sad thing is that I do not actually have time to try it again, to give it another go, though. I don't actually have that time tonight, so my option. So in terms of what my options are, I don't know what my options are actually. I'm thinking we're going to have to call it night because well, this sucks, and I'm really disappointed. Just a better option. Yeah, I'm gonna call it night, guys, because I don't know if I have any options here. So I'm getting tired. Can't exactly repeat the flight, or sorry, can't exactly redo the flight right now. Yeah, no, I don't have any options here, ladies and gents. The current time is 2:49. Alright, well, in that case, thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm really sorry it's been a waste of the past 4 hours. I don't have no clue where this came from, but I will see you all in the next one. Hopefully tonight. I don't know, to be honest. But anyway, I will see you all in the next one. So long.